warriors are legendary.
Then why don't you flee, Earthrealmer?
The Shaddai Ryu.
Hello, this is Zach Panther here and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles Baraka. Now you're going to have to forgive me, I've been a little bit tired today after a night shift. I've been unable to sleep because the weather's been very hot with the humidity. It's been 40 centigrade I believe. Okay, let's start with the box. The box is just like all the other Storm Collectible boxes, obviously features Baraka's appearance. At the back of the box we have Baraka with various accessories, blades and a fireball of some kind. Can't remember quite what that was in the game. We also have a short bio of Baraka. It says Baraka led the attack against Liu Kang's Shaolin Temple and he belongs to a nomadic race of mutants living in the wastelands of the Outworld. Baraka's fighting skills gained the attention of Shao Kahn, who recruited him into his army. As a contestant in the Mortal Kombat tournament, he will ensure his Emperor's claim to Earthrealm. The packaging inside the box has a layout of all of Baraka's accessories. You've got an alternative head, 3 pairs of hands, 2 pairs of splattered blood, 2 long blades, and a fireball. So here is Baraka standing menacing out of the packaging. I've just attached the long blades and taken the short blades off, and I believe that this is the Baraka look from Mortal Kombat 2. If you looked into my intro, that was actually Mortal Kombat 11, so they look nothing alike. Say cheese! He looks like a cannibal. I wouldn't want to get my fingers anywhere near that mouth. He's got very dark eyes. No pupils at all, got a very pointed nose, pointed ears, looks almost like an orc from Lord of the Rings, or even like a goblin, shall I say. I'm pleased to say that the teeth are actually quite a hard plastic, not squishy squashy like the torso is. Here's a side view now, got gums almost like a horse the way the gums stick out there. And here's a little bit of attention to detail, we've got a tongue, and they didn't have to exactly put that in now, did they? With the alternative head that I've placed on that I forgot to mention, there is no significant difference other than just the mouth really. So here we have some more attention to detail. We've got spikes tearing out of Baraka's forearm skin there. You can actually see blood on the tips of those spikes there. It's kind of reminiscent really of Wolverine's blades, the way they tear out of Wolverine's knuckles. So it must hurt every time it pops out. Right, so here there's something to nitpick about. The blades do not stay in the forearms too well. For display purposes you're going to be alright, but if you're going to constantly put him in different poses you're going to find out that the blade's going to fall out rather quite easily. But it should be alright if you just want to leave him the way he is on the shelf. But I do think that the arms and the head are probably my favourite 2 body parts of this figure. I think that the blood on the spikes and on the forearm is a nice touch. So let's reattach the smaller blades now to show you what that's like. I'm not sure what I'm going to display my Baraka like. I think I might even display them with both. Now, for the price that you pay, I do expect better blades on a Storm Collectible figure. My figure came out of the box with the blades already bent, so this is something to argue over. There's no doubt that I'm going to have to get the old hairdryer out and try and straighten them out a bit, and you may find that you're going to be doing the same. The loincloth section is pretty basic, it's very bendy and flimsy. This does not bother me at all because you obviously need to get a lot of range of movement out of the legs so it doesn't hinder the movement. As for the pants, they're a bit bland really. Could have done with a few more creases considering the price you pay, a little bit more detail. But we must take note that this is a figure based on Mortal Kombat 2. As for the calves and shins, it's more of the same, just very simple. There's also a vertical line of red blocks going down the calf. And again, not an awful lot of detail to the shoes, but he doesn't really need it because this is the way he looked in the game. So just to wrap it up a little bit, even though Baraka lacks a little bit of detail in certain areas, there's something about his whole demeanour. It might be just the arms or the evil face that makes him stand out and gives him an awesome presence about him. Okay then, so let's replace the hands with the interchangeable relaxed hands. The interchangeable angry tense hands. And lastly, the nearly clenched hands. Now, what about that for a pose? Here's a look at Baraka with his 2 blood-splattered accessories. However, I will not keep it like that because I do like my Scorpion and I don't want to see him get his ass kicked. On a good note though, I might contemplate buying a Justin Bieber figure just for this pose. For the large blood splatter accessory, you just simply hook it over the shoulder. And for the smaller blood splatter attachment, just simply hook that round the bicep there. You'll notice with the two pairs of blood splatter accessories, it's not a cheap flimsy plastic. Here's Baraka with his blade spark, I think that's what they called it. I do apologise though, I have no idea how to get the blade spark attached to the blade, so if you know, maybe you can tell me in the comment section below. It could have been helpful if Storm Collectibles had allowed us to have a stand so I could constantly keep him in that pose. Instead I've had to have some support from a garbage pail kid. The articulation's the same as all the other Storm Collectible figures with a double ball jointed neck. Here's a look at the ball joint shoulder, pivot joint bicep, and of course, the butterfly joint. Double hinged elbow. Pivot joints in the wrists. I think there is an ab crunch, but I'm unable to move it because of the clothing. But you can get the ball jointed torso in motion. The ball jointed hip moves up with no problems thanks to the loincloth being so flexible. Double hinged knee. Ball joints in the hips so you can get that side to side movement. There's joints in the toes, but unfortunately there's no joints in the ankles, so you're not going to get a great stance. So it's time to give you a little bit of size comparison now with the rest of the figures. Here's Baraka standing next to Goro. I do apologise for Goro's behaviour, he's developed a bit of a drinking problem lately. It's the problem with some of these larger figures, they do get a little bit top heavy sometimes, which affects their ability to stand. And here's a look at Baraka standing with Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man. And I thought it'd be great to have his head chopped off because I never did like He-Man in the cartoons, always preferred the baddies, I don't know why. Right, for the overall score now, I think I'm going to give this figure a 7.5 out of 10. Mainly because of the blades being a little bit too flimsy and bendy, that really does annoy me. And as I said before, the blades will fall out quite easily if you pose it too often. Right, that draws my review to a close, and if there's any Mortal Kombat characters you would like to see Storm Collectibles make next, then please let me know in the comment section below if you like. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Fatality. Baraka wins.